Keep it to a minute. Welcome to this week BTO talk on generative AI. I'm so excited. I lost my words. My name is Michael Alf, calling from Lisbon. Great to have you here. And I'm here with my two partners, handing over first to Rob.
Yes, hi, Rob Thurner, working with business schools and with clients direct. I'm in Oman today. I've been running GenAI and change management workshops here for clients. More on that later. So Marcus, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Marcus Kuiper from Singapore calling in. I'm a professor for marketing at the National University in Singapore, as well as a founding partner together with Rob and Michael of Beyond the Obvious. And we are here to share some very insightful and exciting news. But before we do that, what happened in the world of Gen AI in the last couple of days, Michael?
Yeah, again, a lot is happening. We want to point out one thing, which is an announcement by OpenAI / ChatGPT, which is the Canvas solution, which is in beta. So not everyone has access. If you have in the paid, you can access it. What does it do? It gives the opportunity to actually edit and work on a document which was produced by ChatGPT. So very, very powerful. And you can basically ask ChatGPT to create, let's say, a letter or something like that, or a proposal, and then you can work in this proposal. And then you can further fine-tune that and continue working on that. So we can demonstrate that at some stage in the future. For now, that's kind of one of the big news. The other one, I just want to kind of mention briefly. Rob, you shared something, which is an interesting study, which shows that actually GenAI now is better in quite a few areas than a CEO when it comes to strategy planning and things like that. I think that was a really interesting comment, wasn't it?
Yes, and the main point was that there was a sample of, they sampled 300 chief execs, and the conclusion was that in many tasks they will be found wanting, and AI is outperforming. And these are, as one would expect, process-based, managing large sets of data. The ones that they weren't so good at, however, the ones where the chief execs excelled around unexpected events, things like COVID, and getting people to work collaboratively, of course, where there's some human intelligence required, an emotional thought there. So if you're interested, do let me know. This is one of the professors at Cambridge Judge Business School. Very happy to share that article with you.
Excellent.
Marcus, I think we have some big news from the land of Maverick. You want to give us the key headlines here?
Absolutely, and Michael, yes, absolutely. So we really are excited to announce that the simulation to learn generative AI is live. Maybe it's the first in the world. We don't claim this to be, because the world is big, but ours is definitely there, and it makes headwaves already. We delivered it to a client in Singapore, actually a client from the Middle East who visited us in Singapore yesterday, and it was a resounding success. What we would like to share with you is a couple of screenshots how this actually looks like. Shall we do this, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that. It's so exciting. Yeah, and it's live now.
Absolutely. So what you see here is the live of the simulation. We are obviously not showing you the live simulation. We are showing you the deck, how we actually introduce it, and what you will be able to experience when you play it. It's meant to be played in teams. It's live. It's online in a very secure and robust environment. It's meant to be played in a seminar room with people shouting, fighting, and with each other and making decisions. The setup is that you are in the Spin company, which is a spin-off company, and you are selected by the CEO and the board to implement Gen AI. Meet Anwar, our CEO of Spin, who will be your coach throughout the simulation and gives you the assignment of please can you implement Gen AI successfully to our organization? And there are, like in any change management, certain metrics you have to meet. And these three metrics are customer impact, value for effort, transformational impact. This is what we need to measure. Maybe on that note, just a question to my partners. Rob, customer impact, why is that important for Gen AI?
Well, there are so many parts of that customer experience, and it requires more than the marketing department. Just consider the product team. I've just been talking to a head of product at a big telco here. He is developing products based extensively on user research and building that user research in. And the impact of the products he's building will be contingent on the user interface, the way in which the data can be personalized for the experience itself, and the way that that product is used. Behind the scenes, of course, we've got many different stakeholders in the organization who need to come together to make that decision. And I think this is one of the key areas of this simulation, that the options you have are not A, B, and C and super easy, but actually it's more nuanced there. And it's the conversations between those stakeholders, which is where we really unlock the insights. And that's the real value in assisting decision making. Marcus, does that answer the question?
Absolutely. And Michael, value for effort and transformational impact. Why do you choose them?
Yeah, I think that's another key one, because you're not doing Gen AI for the sake of Gen AI. Yeah, so yes, you have to learn a lot to make it successful. At the end, you want to transform your organization, your function, and create real impact, create lower cost, higher revenue, better quality, whatever you are looking at. So it's a transformational impact. And usually what we see is part of the overall digital transformation as a key driver and a key element. That's why we use this as a third KPI.
Absolutely. So let's move on, and we just share with today the first part, what you really want to know about the simulation and where we believe it is an outstanding addition of you to as value to you, to your teams, and to the growth of your company. You can see here that in a total we have 13 scenarios, and I will not go through all of them today because that is something for the next couple of weeks to go. But what I can share with you is that the first 5 scenarios are basically about the basics of Gen AI, which means we take you through what is Gen AI, what is a prompt, what is prompt engineering, when should you think about risks and ethics and principles, and you will notice it is already step number 3, and that is an indication when you should do that. So you can see that even the sequence of the scenarios is very, very meaningful and explains why they are at that spot. Guys, any comments on that?
Yeah, I think it's adding to that, Marcus. We really thought long, and we put a lot of effort into thinking about the scenarios, choosing the scenarios. And you see there is a lot, and that is intentional, because it's really this foundational understanding and very specific understanding on the very specific scenarios like marketing, customer service, recruiting. You see all these components. And so we really thought about, to get this right mix and offer this kind of breadth of scenarios so that you cover a lot before you then go deeper. And yes, you need these first foundational ones, the technology understanding in there. And you see at the end, number 13 is really now about transformational impact. What does it mean? How do you put that into the organization? How to become a change agent? So that's kind of what we thought about here.
Absolutely. And Rob, for people to reach out to us, what should they do?
Well, I think the first thing is to take a look at this and realize which people in the organization would benefit. And clearly, there's more than one function and more than one department. Bringing multiple people together is the easiest way to answer that question. And then you'll see on the screen here, there's a landing page we'll take you to get more information about the simulation, and there also a data capture. So please complete your info. How do you want to use this? We'll capture that, and then we can come back to you and explain how it works. We've just launched this, super exciting. A load of work behind the scenes has gone into it, and we're so happy. Marcus, some very good feedback, I think. Some fist pumping from the guys who were in the session yesterday. Anything more you can share with us about the feedback so far?
Well, I can only share with you that we should talk about it in our next live next week again. The feedback was amazing. The feedback is that it is super structured, it is absolutely realistic, and it's super diverse. You never know what's coming in the next scenario. It's not like, okay, level 1, 2, 3, and 4, like in a typical game. And it is very, very close to the what happens in organizations. By the way, this is not necessarily a company. It can also be a non-for-profit or a government organization. So we kept it completely agnostic. With this, I think we should keep the tension for you to join us next week again when we talk a little bit more about 1 or 2 scenarios. And Michael, can you please remind us again where to find information about this for in between?
Absolutely, Marcus. I keep it short. At the bottom, you see beyondtheobvious.co, and then /Maverick. Maverick is the name of the simulation. You can also go to beyondtheobvious.co, and then you see the button to go to Maverick. This is a landing page where you get some information. There is within the next 24, 48 hours, there will be a short demo video as well that is coming. And you have a form where you can reach out either as a potential client, if you think that's value for your organization, as a partner, if you really believe in that and you want to bring that to the market, or if you have a single coaching or consulting business and want to add that as a value add into your portfolio, reach out. We then have a conversation together and see how it fits. So reach out to us, and until then, next week, have a great time and all the best.
Thanks for your time. See you next time.